Welcome to the Raw, Unfiltered Truth, or the R.U.T, where I say the things you wish you could to correct some people's actions. So stick around to hear the blunt, honest truth that may not always be politically correct, but always comes from the heart. And we back, and we back, and we back. Happy New Year, everyone, and welcome back. I know we have been missing in action for a good 2 weeks due to me moving across the country, but we are back to our regularly scheduled programming, okay? So to start this new year off right, we are going to be talking about how to surround yourself with the right support. So let's get into it. One thing that I have learned is that surrounding yourself with the right type of people to support you makes all the difference in the world. So, Keisha, what are you talking about? The right support. Okay, so let me break this down. You don't want to surround yourself with yes people who just tell you, yes, you're going to be wonderful. Oh, yes, that sounds like a great idea. Oh, that's so wonderful. Yes, you should do that. Yes, you should go for it. You don't want to surround yourself with that type of people. I know you think like, oh, but they're positive people. Why wouldn't you want to surround yourself with positive people? Not saying that yes, people aren't positive people. They're just not the right people that you need to surround yourself with. On the opposite end of the spectrum, you don't want to surround yourself with people who are just negative and tell you that everything you're going to do is fail and no, you shouldn't go for it. And you don't want that either. So you want to find people that's in the middle. So my husband is one of my biggest supporters. And I know what y'all are thinking. He's your husband. He's supposed to support you. Cool, great. But he supports me in ways that I didn't think I needed support. And he supports me in the right way. So what my husband has taught me in supporting me is that support is not always how you picture it or have it in your mind. Someone can support you in a way that you don't even realize they're supporting you. I was a stay-at-home mom for like a good 2 years after our daughter was born. And it drove me insane because I was always that person that worked and had that drive and contributed. And I felt like I wasn't contributing to our family because I wasn't working. I wasn't providing financial support for our family. He was. And he made me realize that by being home and tending to our daughter and taking care of the household family needs, that was how I was contributing to our family. And he supported me in wanting to get back into working or contributing financially. He was like, that's cool. That's fine. If that's what you want to do, I'm not going to stop you. But I want you to know that what you do here at the home definitely makes an impact. Love that support him because he made me realize that, hey, what you're doing definitely counts. You're definitely contributing to our family. It might not be how you want to, but you're definitely contributing. Now, when I told him I was thinking about getting a job and working again, he was like, okay, that's cool. That's fine. And I told him, you know what? I'm thinking about just, doing something in retail or something like that. He was like, if that's what you want to do, that's fine. But I don't think that's really what you want to do. I think that you're just jumping, rushing, trying to find a job because you want to make money. But I feel like you should find something that you really actually want to do and that you like and that you would thrive in, not just something to bring in money. And I was like, that's a really good point. Yet again, he's showing me that I support you if you want to go back to work, but don't just go back and get a job because you just want to bring in money. We're not struggling financially to where we need the money. So find you a job that you really want to do and that you're interested in doing. Point. He was like, so just take a minute, look into some things and see what you really want to do before, just applying for any regular job. He supported me in a way that I didn't realize. Because even though he was on board for me getting a job, he made me think about the actual job that I wanted and wasn't just like, yeah, sure, go work some retail job. Yeah, sure, go work some fast food job. If that's what you want to do, then go do it. That is what a yes person would do. A yes person would be like, yeah, sure, go ahead. Oh, yeah, no, that sounds great. My husband's like, yeah, cool. I understand you want to work, but is that the field you want to work in? He's giving me the support that I need, but also the guidance and help in making the right decision. And that's what I had to come to realize. He was supporting me, but not in just being like, yeah, sure. He was supporting me. It's like, yeah, great, but think about it first. So I started looking into it and I started thinking about what I really was interested in doing and what I could do, while being a mother and things like that. I went back to school and I started taking up data analytics. He was very, very supportive throughout that process. He was like, that's amazing. That sounds wonderful. That's something that I can definitely see you thriving in. So I went back to school, started doing data analytics, really liked that. But then we ended up having to move and it was just craziness. So I stopped doing that for a while. But I did continue to look for jobs. Um, that's funny. It's funny that you bring that up at this point in time because a person at my job was just telling me how their neighbor is looking for an employee and was asking if I knew anybody that would possibly want that job. And I was like, okay, well, what is it? And he was telling me about it. And I was like, okay, this sounds interesting. This sounds cool. It's nothing that I've really actually done before or really thought about, but it's actually pretty interesting. This actually sounds pretty cool. So then go up there, learn more about the job, actually reached out and, to learn more about it and then applied for it, got the interview, got the job. And it was amazing. And I wouldn't have really even thought about it if it wasn't for him and his support. He's always supported me through everything that I've done in making me actually think about, is this the right move for me? Is this what I need to be doing next? Okay, let me take a moment, step back, and really assess the situation and make sure that this is what's best. That is how my husband supports me, not by just saying, yeah, babe, sure, go for it. Yeah, 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 I know. Like, you need to be doing this, you need to be doing that. He doesn't do that. He supports me by letting me make my own decisions, but he makes me slow down and think about it rationally. It's always just like, you know what, babe? That sounds like a great idea. Have you thought about this though? Like, have you considered this? He brings up things that I never thought or brought into consideration to really make sure I'm actually thinking fully about the process. And that's the type of support that I need. Because I'm the type of person that I'll just have some idea in my head and I'll just go with it without even thinking about what goes into it, the consequences of it, or nothing. I'm just like, why not? Sounds good, right? But he's the type of support that I need. He's the right type of support for me. That being said, that might not work for everybody. The type of support that my husband provides for me might not work for everyone, but I appreciate the type of support that he gives me because without it, I would just be out here making very irrational decisions. So, how do we find our right support people? When it comes to finding the right support people for you, look for people who are either where you want to be or is in the same process with the same goal as you and is actually pursuing it. So, what I mean by that is don't surround yourself with people who don't have the same idea or goal as you. Surround yourself by people who have goals and are striving to meet those goals because those are the type of people that's going to help you think about how to reach your goals because they're doing the same thing. You don't want to surround yourself with people who don't have any goals, who don't have any motivation, who's just kind of winging it at life. Surround yourself by people who are goal oriented. Find your people that is striving to do what you are striving to do, or people who have already achieved it. If you surround yourself by people who have already achieved the goal that you're trying to reach, they can help you reach that goal and help guide you if you're susceptible to it. So, in finding your right support group, look for people who are like you and have those same goals, or look for people who've already reached those goals. Also, be receptive. You can't get mad at everybody for questioning your thinking, okay? You have to be receptive because most people are just trying to help you and make sure that you're thinking the situation out before you make irrational decisions. Now, this is something that I definitely had to work on. You have to realize that, hey, they're just trying to help you think out the best way of achieving this goal. They're not questioning whether you're capable of doing it. They're not questioning your intellect. They're just trying to help you map out how and what is the best way to accomplish that goal. With that being said, you're probably only going to find about a good maybe 2 to 3 people that is actually your right support system that's going to support you and stick by your side through thick and thin, high and low. I'm talking about life, long-term support people. Okay, when you're at your best and when you're at your worst, they still going to be right there acting the same way from day one. Still questioning your decisions, making sure you're making the right ones. They're not going to just come and go. They're going to be right there by your side. So, with that being said, go out there, find your tribe, find your support group, find the roots to your tree, and go flourish and accomplish all your goals and dreams that you have set forth for yourself for this new year. And know that I'm right there cheering you on. As promised, I will be announcing our thank you giveaway winners. And for Instagram, we have Victoria, and for Facebook, we have Talisa. Congratulations, you guys. As always, thank you for tuning in and joining me. And if any of this has helped you out or you have a story you would like to share, please look us up on social media at the R.U.T podcast. And don't be afraid to share your stories with me. I would love to hear them. And don't forget to tune in every Friday to get your dose of the truth.